Okay, all right. Now we are starting our measurement here. So we have the balance here to measure the soil. We have two samples here, one from lab section 1 and we have one samples from lab section 2. This is the hydrometer that we'll be using here today. This is the stirring cup and the shaker that we'll use for mechanical mixture. And we do have a thermometer here as well that will measure the temperature, and here is the stopper that will use that here in a bit. Okay, so I'm starting to measure the soils. That's from lab section 1, so we're using only one. So we will need 40 gram of dry soil sample, right? So I'm measuring here 40 gram of soil sample using this balance. All right, I got my 40 gram of soil sample here. And then I will take these 40 gram of soil sample and transfer that to my stirring cup. Okay. And my stirring cup. Okay. And the next one we'll be doing is we will fill up the cup half with DI water. So we can fill up this DI water again. Okay. So I kind of put on that. And then on top of that, I am adding 10 milliliter of the dispersion solution, right? So we have the dispersion solution here. So I'm measuring this dispersion solution and 10 milliliter of that. So I'm kind of very close here. So exactly 10 milliliter. So I kind of added that, and after that, we will be stirring that. That's the sample 1, and Sri will be doing the same process for the sample 2 from the lab section 2 using the stirring rod. I'm kind of mixing that a little bit, and we'll let it sit down for 10 minutes. Okay, I'll time up. Sri is doing the same thing. He just weighed out 40 gram of soil, and he's filling up the cup halfway with DI water, and he will add 10 milliliter of dispersion solution, and he will mix that, and we will wait for 10 minutes for him as well. So all right, Sri and I waited for 10 minutes after we mixed that with the DI water and then with the dispersion solution. The next step here is we will go ahead and mix it, mechanically grind it, mix it for around 5 minutes, okay? So I'm starting on this end and Sri is starting on that end. We will do that here together and record the timer for another 5 minutes, and then after that we'll go to the next step here. Okay, are you ready, Sri?
Yep.
Okay, all right, let's start it then. Okay, go ahead. All right, we are done with that 5 minutes mixing. We'll take this out now, and the next step is we'll transfer all of that in the cylinder here. Okay, so you can kind of definitely watch that as well. And we are quantitatively transferring everything from this stirring cup with this one. Okay, let's go ahead and transfer it. So I'm kind of transferring everything here. And we want to transfer everything from here, okay? Alright, so I kind of transfer that. You can kind of see it's very clean now. So the next step we are doing here is make this volume to 1000 milliliter, right? So I'm kind of getting more DI water here, and then now I'm adding more just to make it like 1000 milliliter here already. So it looks like I have that at check 1000 milliliter here. So get on this one too, and we'll look on the lower meniscus. Remember, you might have done a little bit on chemistry class as well.
Yeah.
Kind of always look on the lower meniscus. So we're good there. Okay. So next step is use the stopper. Okay. So you got the stopper here as well. We just want to make sure that nothing is leaking. Hopefully not. Okay. So we'll kind of try to tighten it as much as we can. Okay. And then once we kind of put that stopper, then we will invert that multiple times. Okay, try to mix that uniformly. Okay, so we have to wait on that. We were trying to kind of do that together, but somehow this stopper is not helping us. I'll kind of agitate that multiple times like this. The one that I was mentioning earlier was don't do the circular agitation like that. So we kind of make sure nothing is coming down. So we kind of mix that, and then after multiple mixing, I'll kind of set it down there for 30 seconds, and we'll measure. Okay, so he's timing me off. We'll let it sit down, settle it down, and then we will, after 30 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm inserting my hydrometer here, and in 10 seconds, I will take the readings. Okay. This kind of goes down and goes up. It will settle down here in a minute. Now my reading down here is kind of 10.5. That's my first reading. So I'll do the same here for my second reading. So I'll do that again one more time. All right. So he's timing me for 30 seconds again.
Yep.
Okay. And then after 30 seconds, I'll insert my hydrometer here. So we are letting the bigger particles, especially the sand, settle down here in that 30-40 seconds time period. Okay, so
4, 3, 2, 1.
okay, after 30 seconds, I'm inserting that now here. So this time I got 11. Okay, so we'll do the same way for another one, and we'll take the temperature later on. Okay, so on that one, that stopper is not fitting, so I'll use my hand. Okay, so I'm kind of okay with using my hand. So you just need to make sure that nothing is leaking on. In fact, my hands are better than the stopper. You can see, right? So I'm kind of used to it this one, so I can do it with hands. But technically, we want to have the stopper with plunger. Okay, so he's timing me again. I'll use the same hydrometer and measure the hydrometer reading here. That will be our first hydrometer reading, and we will provide you those data. Don't worry about that right now. Siri is writing down, and we'll provide that. Okay,
Cool.
so and you can kind of see that it's swinging, coming down, swinging, coming down. Right? Okay, it's kind of settled down. 9.5. Okay. It's coming very close. Okay, I'm doing it the second time again. All right. That's my second reading here. I'm using the same hydrometer. Should we go ahead and time me out for 30 seconds? Sand particles settle down. You can kind of clearly see, lining here at the bottom of that cylinder, and those are potentially the bigger sand particles settling down.
4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, after 30 seconds, I'm kind of inserting it again. Let it go down so it will come back. 10. Give me 10. So that's the first reading that we took on both of them. The second step here we'll be doing is taking the temperature. You need the temperature for that, right? For both of them. So she will do that on that one, and I'll be doing on this one here. Okay, so we'll measure the temperature for 3 minutes. Okay, we're measuring the temperature for 3 minutes, and we will provide that data as well. Okay, so let's start, Suri. Okay, and we're holding it. Okay.
2, 1.
Okay, kind of getting like 9 on mine.
I have like 31.
Oh, you got a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take average of those two, 29 and 31. Use 30 degrees centigrade. And now we recorded that temperature. I will potentially give you some instructions on how to, how to adjust or correct those temperature differences. I'll give that information via email, or I'll post on Blackboard. And then let these cylinders stay here without disturbing for another 90 minutes. Okay. All right. It's kind of lunchtime. You can enjoy your lunch. Sri and I will also take a break a little bit, and we'll come back and measure that in after another 90 minutes. All right, so we are back here again after 2 hours. We kind of waited like, we said like 90 minutes, but we decided like let's wait for 2 hours. So we waited for 2 hours. So we'll take the hydrometer reading again. So I'm inserting the hydrometer here, and Sri is timing me up for 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then we'll also take the temperature. Okay, I'll do the same. I'll take 2 hydrometer readings, and we'll take an average of that. And at the same time, I'll do the first one here, and then go to the second one. Sri is helping me with the time, and he's recording the data as well. Okay, so it's
30 seconds.
5. Okay, my first reading is 5. I'll be taking one more just for an average value. Okay, so next reading is 4. So this has been, it has been like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So 10 increment of 10. So that's how it is. So we kind of took that. I'm going to the next one here, doing the same thing, taking the reading here, the first reading. And one thing you want to make sure is when you insert the hydrometer, be gentle, because if you kind of throw that away, it will kind of hit the bottom and it might break it. So you need to be really careful when you insert it. All right, on my second one, I kind of get my reading 4, and just for an average, I'm retaking one more time on this one here. I'm getting like 3 in this case. All right, we're done with the hydrometer reading. We'll use the average value on both of that. Okay. And the next one is we'll take the temperature. So you will go and take the temperature there, and I'll take the temperature here. We'll do the same, 3 minutes. And after that, we are done. Okay. First reading, we got like 30 degrees centigrade. I'm just using another thermometer as well, just for a reference. In fact, you don't need 2 thermometers. You just need 1 thermometer reading. But we have an extra here, so I'm just inserting that to check. I'm still seeing around 30. All right. Check that quick here. Kind of 30. Again, on both of mine.
I have 28.
You have 28.
Yep.
Let's do an average. It's kind of jumping down, but kind of 30. I'll used to go with 30.
30.
30 and 28. So kind of 1 degree lower than what we got, 2 hours ago. So anyway, that wraps up the measurement here. We got all the necessary data that we need to input on that table and determine the soil texture class of the soil, of these 2 soils that we started a couple of hours ago. Okay? All right, thank you. Enjoy the video. All right, so I'll show you a little bit of calculations here, how to determine that, okay, in your data sheets. So my soil identification number is 1, for instance. Okay, the weight of the soil we took today is 40, right? 40 gram. Well, the gram is there, so I'll just write the number. Average 40-second hydrometer value. Let's say I have 10. Okay, and then temperature of suspension after 40 seconds that we kind of look on it is, let's say 30. That's 30. Okay, and then after that you have to do some corrected temperature corrected hydrometer value. So that's a little bit tricky down here. If you remember, in the procedure, if you have a temperature greater than 18 degrees centigrade, you have to add 0.25, right? You have to add like 0.25 on each temperature, each degree above 18 degrees centigrade. So 30 means you have like 12, 30 minus 18 means you have like 12 degree centigrade temperature, right? So now you'll use that to calculate the temperature corrected hydrometer value down here. Okay, so for each temperature, it will be 0.25. So for 12, it will be 12.5. So I'll use my quick calculator here. What Siri is using, how much you got, Siri?
3.
3. Okay, so if your temperature corrected hydrometer reading would be 10 from number 3, add that with this one here, so that will be your final temperature corrected hydrometer reading. Okay, so you'll do the same for this one as well. So after 90 minutes, we'll provide you the hydrometer reading, and then we'll also provide you the temperature reading, and then you can use that two information from here and here and calculate the corrected hydrometer reading for number 8. So once you have that, then your grams of sense is line 2 minus line 5. So line 2, for instance, so I can kind of look on that. Line 2 is 40, right, gram. And then line 5, I have 13 here, right? So that will give me 27. So that's the gram of sand. And you kind of do the grams of silt same way once you have the information on line 9 and 10. Okay, the same way you can calculate. And once you have that, then you will use that information to calculate the percentage of your percentage of sand, percentage of clay, and percentage of silt, or percent of sand, silt, and clay, and then determine your soil textural class using the soil textural triangle